I don't even know where to begin with that. That was ugly. That was hideous. That was pathetic. That was unacceptable out of the Flyers for their home opener to get waxed 8-2 by the San Jose Sharks. We knew they were going to come out firing. They just had a terrible loss against the New York Islanders and got shut out for nothing. You knew they were going to come in here hot, ready to go, but to come out and play like that, that was the worst game defensively I've ever seen. Ivan Provorov, I know he's our stud, he's our guy, he's our number one. He had a really bad game, and you gotta point it out when it happens. That's unacceptable. Our decor as a whole, Robert Haig got walked, turned around, Dipsy Doodle getting turned around, doesn't know where he is, which leads to a goal. Andrew McDonald doesn't get back. Andrew McDonald not playing well at all. Gostisbehere allowing a pass to go cross crease like that, right back door to tap it in. I mean, it was just, it's stuff you learn when you're younger. Pick up a guy's stick. Pick up the guy in front. Back check. Oh, it was horrible. That really was one of the worst games I've ever seen out of Provorov in a really long time. And he's our guy, right? I mean, he's our go-to stud defender who logs in number 1 minutes at such a young age. So it hurts. It sucks when he has a game like that. Now let's get to the point of Dave Haxtell right now and Brian Elliott. He didn't pull Brian Elliott, and it wasn't his fault at all. Elliott got left to dry. You have Claude Giroux, Gostisbehere talking in the post-game interviews, dropping curse words because they're so upset about the whole game and how it played out, and they just feel so bad for Elliott because they know it's not his fault. It was not his fault. He was getting left to dry by the entire team. But Dave Haxtell decides to keep him in all game. It was a blowout. I mean, that's kind of disrespectful. Unless he was trying to make it seem like it's not his fault we're keeping him in. But normally, you don't pull a goalie just because he doesn't have it tonight. It's to spark a different type of energy, to get this team kind of rolling a little bit. They scored their first goal because Provorov puts it right into a player at the blue line trying to take a shot. They go down and score on a 2-on-1. Literally, the next puck drop, they score instantly. Literally, instantly. So 2 goals in such a short span amount of time. Dave Haxtell doesn't call the timeout. Doesn't stop it. Stop the bleeding. So 2 terrible decisions by Dave Haxtell tonight. And now I'm thinking, I criticize every coach we have right now. Why? Why am I like this? Gabe Kapler, I despise him. Doug P, I love him. He's just upsetting me right now. And I'm questioning Dave Haxtell. I mean, those are 2 moves that are ridiculous. Call the timeout, stop the bleeding, or you change your goaltender. You don't allow your goalie, who's been playing phenomenal, may I add, through the first 2 games. He didn't have a great game tonight, but it wasn't his fault. But you don't allow him to get stuck out there in that type of crap game. What an embarrassment. The city booing, as they should. Oh, just so disappointing. I know the Sharks are a good team. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you have Evander Kane who's scoring a couple nice goals. You have Joe Pavelski, veteran guy, getting out there doing his thing. They're a great team. But that was trash out of the Flyers tonight. Garbage. Looking at the stat lines, the minuses, it's just, oh. I don't even care about our 2 goals. I don't. It's funny because on the commentating, they're talking about we had a late power play, 3rd period. We're already down 7-1 at this point, actually. A couple minutes left in the game. Oh, you know, the power play, it's still big here. You want to be able to get some confidence with your power play, get moving. Shorthanded 2-0 that they score on. Huh. We end up scoring on that power play Wayne Simmons backdoor, but I don't. I mean, it was just the worst game defensively I've seen in so long with this Flyers team. I don't get it. That was horrendous. Now they got to go back to back. They play Ottawa tomorrow, so not a lot of time to sit on this one. You got to drop it real quick and move on. But that can't happen. This team has too much hype around it for that type of, you know what. Gostisbehere dropping F-bombs. I mean, this was upsetting. Disappointing. Nolan Patrick, He's been a little quiet first couple games here. He was upset with the media. That was horrendous. Horrendous. Let me know what you think down below.